This is the GT4 Pro Plus sports watch, and it could honestly replace your $400 Apple Watch for a fraction of the price. It's a blatant copy of the Huawei GT4 Pro, but it's packed with features like health monitoring, wireless charging, near-field communication, water resistance, and a whole lot of exercise modes. This thing could really give the high-end smartwatches a run for its money. Let's get started. As always, let's take a quick peek in the box where you get a user manual, a relatively detailed explaining everything you get in the watch. The box feels very nice, it's well marketed, and from the outlook, it looks good. Let's take that out. And here you get a bunch of accessories, which is a nice touch because it's a thing of the past with most high-end devices. There's a stainless steel watch strap as well as a silicone watch strap, both in black. And then there's the charging cable, very similar to other watches with their magnetic clamp-like chargers. And finally the GT Pro Plus smartwatch, looking sharp and ready to go. So as you saw, the packaging is sleek and minimal, giving you a premium unboxing experience, but also leaving you with accessories, which is always a nice cherry on top. The watch looks beautiful, crisp display with a 1.6-inch AMOLED screen. It has a power button here and another just above it, which is also a rotating wheel. A sturdy metal casing all around with the dial having the numbers but not looking convoluted. Then there's the USB charger, which is similar to most of the brands. A magnetic capsule that sticks to the bottom of the watch. It isn't too strong, so you could easily put it on charge, and it moves out of place with the slightest of touches. The two watch straps it comes with are the standard size and easy to clip on thanks to the quick release mechanism, which also means you'll be able to use it on other watches and vice versa. So on the box you can see it promises quite a lot of features, and we'll be putting that to the test, plus checking everything else on offer. Let's charge it up first. So once you power it on, it should bring you to this screen after all the setup shenanigans. Let's start off with checking the watch faces. Cycling through these, I can only see 5, but I think you should be able to download more once you're in the app. Let's go for this one. It looks decent enough. So swiping up shows you the notifications. Swiping right gives you an option of adding apps, of which there are only 7, to your quick access screen. Let's add a couple in, and as you can see, you'll now be able to get quick access to these apps. And you can easily remove them by holding and clicking the minus icon. Swiping left gives you a collection of widgets from the weather to an alarm and many more. Swiping down presents you with a panel of controlling the watch. You have Bluetooth, settings, NFC, and the QR code that should help you connect to the phone, but it doesn't work. You're better off using the one in the instruction manual or searching Audi Fit on the Play or the App Store. There's a bar for how much battery the watch has left and one for the current brightness level, and even more if you swipe further to the left. So as mentioned, the bottom button here is the power button, simply turning the screen of the watch either on or off. That's literally its only purpose. But the top button is where things get interesting. It brings up the menu of the apps on the watch, and in a very familiar style. You can change the style to a few different ones, but this one just seems to work the best. If you scroll the wheel, you can zoom in and out of the apps. Heading into the settings, you can customize the watch to your liking, but there are some features I'd just like to point out. One being the dynamic island feature, which shows you the number of messages you have on the main screen. And this is always on display with 2 different options. You can also customize what you'd like to do with this button when double clicking or holding it. I won't go through each thing on here, but I'll scroll through so you can see what to expect. In the app, you get quite a few different metrics. There's calendar showing you each point of your activity in the day, and you can even get an aggregated figure for various periods like 6 months or even a year. I've clearly not used this for a long time, but it's starting to gather and form a nice trend of my activity. It has that same kind of tracker for all these different targets. The sports card is slightly different, allowing you to use the GPS tracker to track your workout. There is this device page where you can connect the watch, update settings for the notifications, find the watch if you misplace it, and quite a lot of other settings. There are actually no watch faces to download. Yep, me too. And even this customization menu doesn't actually customize anything. Now let's come to some performance factors. Looking at the display first, it has a very bright screen which you can control with the slider. This is the lowest and this is the highest. Good difference between them, and even on the brightest day outside you should really have no problem using the watch. It also includes always on display with these two options which you can set to a maximum of 180 seconds. It also has a Find My Device feature which works well, helping you find your phone or the watch as long as you're both connected. And it's water resistant, so you can enjoy your hot or cold showers without having to worry about the water getting into the watch. The sound isn't too loud, but should be enough for you to take calls and hear what the other party is saying, though I've not seen many people take calls on their watch. Here's a little clip of the volume from the lowest to the highest setting. One of the most sought after features on a watch is the battery, like how long does it take to charge, how long does it last, etc, etc. Well, this watch takes up to 3.5 hours to charge from 0 to 100, and that is, well, slow. And on that full charge it lasts around 3 days max, and that's with light usage. If used heavily it lasts around 1.5 to 2 days, so really not great. The only way I see this lasting a whole week is if you just use it to check the time and turn off any battery draining features. If that wasn't enough, there are definitely other issues with the watch, like it doesn't always sync properly with the phone, so you'll be left behind at times. Messages are only visible and not something you can interact with, not even expand if the message is long. And to make it worse, you have to turn on the notifications for each app individually, which can be quite annoying. The watch starts to play sound from your phone directly, which you can easily turn off, but it's just another thing to add to that annoying list. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Okay, I was definitely wrong. This thing can't replace your Apple Watch or even any other watch if you really require all the latest features on your wrist. I would still argue that from the price perspective, it does only cost £33, which has to count for something, right? That's less than quarter of the price of the Huawei GT4 Pro. If you're someone who doesn't use all the fancy features on a smartwatch and wants something that just looks good, has a decent battery, and is water resistant, 3 of the most important factors people are concerned about, this is certainly something to consider. In terms of looks, I'd put this up there with the best in the market. I'd go as far as to say this looks way better than the Samsung Galaxy watches, and even Apple watches if you prefer the rounded shape. As promised, here is the giveaway result for the drone video. I've stuck to the old ways and picked out these users from the comments, and here goes nothing. Congrats to user LE7 something. I'll leave you a comment on the video, and a huge shout out to these guys as well. Really appreciate your comments and the interaction on my channel. And that's it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you want to see more videos like this, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!